I'm new to your movement, but not new to your cause. I came here today to express my support for your movement, and thank you for allowing me to be here, but also to tell you why I believe in your movement and why it is so important. Through my lifetime experiences, I have been called to defend the Constitution of the United States on many occasions. In these tough economic times, and with 2 wars being fought right now, it's easy for us and the federal government to look the other way and circumvent our rights in the interest of national security. But that is not correct. We have seen in these recent times the healthcare bill, as well as other ever-growing federal mandates that impose mandates upon us and our states and through our education system. May 15th, in 1981, I took the oath to defend the Constitution of the United States. For 22 years, I served in the U.S. military defending that oath. As a retired colonel, lieutenant colonel, I was fortunate enough to be assigned to Baghdad to help build one of the first joint Sunni-Shiite hazmat teams downtown Baghdad in May of 2007. I had the opportunity to sit with Iraqi first responders, and I spoke to them about our government. It took me 4 hours to convince them that we had freedom of religion. They could not believe that that was possible. After those 4 hours, one guy came back through the green zone and presented me a small calendar. And I thought it was pretty neat. On the back side of that calendar was the Mother Mary. He was almost killed for bringing that picture into me. He understood what freedom meant. And to this day, I still stay in contact with these men who are fighting in their country for the freedoms these people want to surrender for us. In 2009, I went to Bagram Air Force Base, shook my son's hand. He went off to war. 4 didn't come home. They fight for us every day while we are surrounded in these buildings by people who will surrender those freedoms at the drop of a hat. He and his men did not return, but they took the oath to defend this Constitution, and they believe in it. We cannot let those men and women who have given their lives to this country be taken for granted, as they are in there, as Neil Breslin, the state senator of the Democratic State Senate in New York, is doing every single day. Now, let me tell you what happened to me 3 weeks ago. I was sitting in that building, right there, State Education Department, discussing New York State education policy with the senior head of the state education policy, and he's telling me how they're going to impose a national standard in New York. So I said, how are the states going to vote on that? Not one discussion of states' rights or individual rights. They're just going to impose it. Cannot do that. States have the right. Today I stand before you as a supporter, but that's not good enough. All the candidates that are out here today, you need to challenge us. You need to make sure we fight your fight, and that when we get in there, we stay true to the course. One of us will be challenged. One of us, and maybe all, will waver. But just one stands up in that hall and fights. The rest will come. This is your fight. Stand up, fight for us. Don't let these criminals take away our legislature. Neil Breslin, I'm coming for you. I'm going to take you out.